I feel like a Mortal Kombat player.
We're gonna die.
We're gonna be training at Prevail Boxing with some of the best trainers in Los Angeles.
I am scared out of my mind.
I have never boxed a day in my life.
I'm not getting in fights on the regular, but the idea of being capable of that is really exciting.
We're excited to really put this to the test and see what kind of bodies we can get if we just do boxing. Well, boxing and diet. I'm doing another diet.
I'm a new mom, so I've been really working to take care of my daughter. I just think I need to make the time and get my butt in the gym.
I truly think the hardest part of this challenge is gonna be cutting out alcohol. I love my beer and my glass of wine after work.
Growing up in being around girls who were naturally like size 0s or size 1s, it made me super uncomfortable with the way that I looked.
I have been harassed on the street while walking to my car. I've been assaulted. There's something about having those things happen to you that make you feel really small. Not only physically, but I'm really looking for a mental transformation. I'm really looking to gain more confidence in my body and in myself.
To kick things off, we're gonna go get our body scanned at Body Spec
to determine how much fat we have versus muscle.
I don't want to know how much fat I have.
You're getting a full body profile, full body x-ray, head to toe, and it's gonna measure all the fat, all the muscle, and all the bone in your body. Body composition tells a much more detailed story in terms of how your body's actually changing. Weight's a good metric, and it can kind of provide a benchmark for people, but you really miss a lot of the detailed information that's necessary to track change.
We are going to train just like a boxer would train. You have a minimum of 6 workouts a week. You can expect a lot of sweat. We're challenging your aerobic, we're challenging your anaerobic, we're challenging your strength. We have days where conditioning is just 12 minutes of straight core work. We really aim to be that complete workout.
Day one, I definitely didn't know what to expect.
I felt like my endurance was extremely low, and I thought to myself, okay, can I really do this?
This is home base, okay? And then our left hand is gonna come out front. This is your first line of defense. This is your second line of defense. We can move our feet, moving forward, back, whatever we gotta do. And most importantly from here, we can punch.
I was not prepared for boxing. It's just a whole nother different kind of choreography.
We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're gonna add the 5-6. So the 5 is the left uppercut, and it's gonna come straight up the middle.
I expected more of, okay, well, this is how you throw a jab. You just gotta go into it and do it and learn it as you go.
You step in, throw your combos, and then you step away, change your angle. 1, 2, 3, step out, change your angle.
I felt kind of like Luke Skywalker at the beginning of Star Wars, just wanting to get out there and be great, but also he's kind of awkward.
I remember thinking, wait, the trainer said that this is like a baby session? We were like learning different combinations, we were throwing punches, and I was already getting tired within like the first 10 minutes. I was like ready to go home.
We just finished day one and my hands are shaking.
We're also going to be meeting with a nutritionist.
And she's gonna give us a meal plan on how to eat healthy and also eat enough so we can burn off everything during boxing.
What I want to focus on with each participant is really looking at kind of a modified paleo diet.
Just a lot of different almond beverages.
The basic rules of this program from the nutrition standpoint are to limit dairy, gluten, and sugar.
Never did I think that I'd be at In-N-Out eating freaking tomatoes instead of French fries.
Simplify your diet. If there's something that you're eating that's processed, is there a way that you can make that food easier at home?
I really value my time after work. I don't want to spend it meal prepping.
There might be a pitfall where you're like, I just want to drink.
I broke down and got a drink. I'm at an event and I felt weird.
Understand what you're putting in your body and just start to create that awareness.
Having cardio and strength all together was a trip. I feel like all my muscles are worked to exhaustion. My cardio's like in cardiac arrest.
I'm in a room with 20 other boxers, and they are getting the combinations fairly quickly because they've been doing it for a while. They look like professionals. Me, on the other hand, I'm like trying to get my jab crossed, and it's just not gelling.
I really struggled with remembering the combinations. You are sweating buckets. Like at least I'm well hydrated because I did not know I could sweat that much.
And now I feel like the sore muscles are setting in. The class itself has a lot of leg exercises exercises. You're constantly doing squat thrusts, burpees, squats, lunges, all this stuff.
Craving for food is definitely setting in.
I love Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Flaming Hot Cheetos left by my car.
And now instead of Flaming Hot Cheetos, I was eating carrots and hummus.
I was trying to do the diet, but I wasn't happy.
What if I just stay here? Who will come for me?
Week 2, I think what surprised me most was how fun boxing is. Unlike lifting weights or doing cardio at home, you have to be present. You can't be distracted. You can't be thinking about what you're doing later.
On the weekend, a girlfriend of mine from an old job came to visit, and I'm like, let's do brunch. I saw like this French toast brioche. It was like delightful. I had it. I had like a Bellini, maybe 2, and then I had a lobster roll in one meal. And then my husband and I had a date night later that evening, and we saw Wonder Woman, and I had popcorn. That one moment, I didn't think did anything too terribly because I was back in the gym the next morning. I was even in the gym earlier that day. No excuses, but let me live. Just let me live.
I didn't eat enough last night. I didn't really have dinner, and I just died in class today. I guess I didn't really recognize the fact that I need to eat enough in order to get through these really grueling workouts. I used to always think that dieting meant eating less, but right now I'm feeling like it's about eating enough for yourself and also eating the right things.
At the beginning, I was really hungry, and then I realized that I needed to add some more complex carbs into my diet. I've been eating a lot of brown rice, salmon, chicken, avocado.
I think this is the first part of that mental transformation where I start feeling more empowered and more disciplined about what I actually do.
By week 3, I was starting to dive into it. It is a physical chess match. You're trying to constantly outthink your opponent. It's not just brutal wailing on someone. It's really mental.
I actually was craving more exercise. What is happening?
I got sick,
I am headed to the doctor this afternoon to get tested for strep,
and that totally threw me off.
and it has taken a cold of this magnitude to make me miss my Prevail days. I said it, I miss it, I miss my runs, I miss my morning workouts, I miss complaining about my diet. You win.
And getting back into it, I was like, you know, I can go 3 times a week and still enjoy my life and have a few vodka sodas on the weekend, and I'm still working out. I'm still doing okay. I got very defensive.
All the soreness that I had was now gone, so I think my body was becoming used to the exercise.
You would switch a lot between boxing and conditioning. At the gym, they would always mention how each of the conditioning would feed into the boxing. I wasn't actually training to fight someone, but it's cool that they never let go of the techniques so that if I wanted to ever move into that sphere, I would have a really strong basis.
There's something so nice about like when you finish working out and you just get this really, really like relaxed but like blissful feeling.
And there's also just the added mental benefit of like getting to like beat something up.
I started going through all the times that I've ever felt small or weak physically, where I've been afraid, and there's something that has been really building within me that I feel stronger.
Week 4 totally snuck up on me, and then suddenly they're like, hey, this is over in a few days. And I was like, how many classes can I try to get into?
I'm feeling really nervous. I'm waiting for that moment when I see myself in the mirror and I notice something different and I'm just like, where is it?
Final week was fun, you know. I think at this moment, I definitely saw the physical changes. I felt better.
They're all so kind and really care about leading you through a challenge and improving.
It was really nice to be just present in my body and not think about anything else and just think about movement. All of the techniques that they'd been drilling me into started feeling a little bit second nature. I'd still not be perfect, but I could definitely tell I'd progressed in boxing.
I just remember the first time that we trained, which was 25 days ago, and you guys all powered through it, but I could tell it was a challenge. And now you guys are doing 45-minute classes. Some of us are doing 2 classes in a day, and I've only heard great things.
Some of us, one of us.
I remember when I felt that tired feeling or that like burning sensation when your muscles are really straining but you're like trying to get through it. It was almost like a challenge. I was like, no, I'm gonna get through this. It burns, I don't care, I'm gonna do it.
You can tell from day 1 class to the last day class, like you just can get through the workout better. You feel stronger. Like I could feel like a lot of muscle tone.
I found a passion for it that I didn't know I would have, and I already signed up for the next month of classes.
At the end of this challenge, on that last day, I felt like I could accomplish anything.
The the moment of truth.
I'm so excited for you guys to see the results of all your hard work, both in the gym and in your kitchen.
It's like having the principal read your report card to you.
The good news is everyone passed. Claudia, in the 25 days you completed 12 classes with us, you cut your body fat by 0.4% and you gain 0.2 pounds of muscle. In terms of body composition, that's a pretty significant improvement for the amount of training and the amount of time that we had.
I'm gonna get on my soapbox now and say that it's okay. You can work out a few times a week, you can adjust your diet a little bit, and you can be happy and you can still see results.
Michelle, you got 15 classes in the 25 days and your body fat went down 1.6%, which is amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. And a record is you gained 3.5 pounds of muscle.
What the frick?
That's amazing.
I just wanted to wave the results around, maybe like tape it to my forehead and just walk around like that for the rest of the week. I started as a complete couch potato who honestly couldn't even like think about exercise. And then I started going to classes and I was telling a trainer, I was like, I'm addicted. I think I was like waiting for dinner to cook. And I was like, I feel restless. And I started doing push-ups. And I was like,
yeah.
Cliche as it sounds, it really was like a lifestyle change.
Shanique, 17 classes completed. Great job. Body fat down 1.4%. You should definitely be proud of that. And you gained nearly 2 pounds of muscle, 1.9 pounds of muscle.
Wow. To come from a place where I've never boxed before or even hadn't worked out in a long time to the point where I'm doing full-fledged 45-minute workout, feeling charged and energized, endurance is up, energy is up, muscles are popping. It is very hard as a new mom and just wanting to be perfect and wanting to do everything right. In this challenge, it just made me realize sometimes, being a better mother is being good to yourself.
Our dear Kelsey.
Oh, no.
In the 25-day challenge, Kelsey completed 26 workouts with us.
Oh my God, girl!
Lots of energy, we love it, and the hard work paid off with losing 1.2% in body fat.
Wow.
And gaining almost a full pound in muscle.
Wow.
Yes.
I've always felt my whole life that if it came to it, I wouldn't be able to protect myself in any situation. This actually did change that. I feel a lot more confident. I don't feel completely helpless all the time. I have ownership over my own strength. I felt really confident in the fact that I'd worked hard and this is the way my body looked because I made it that way.
Oh my God.
Good job, guys.
Thank you. I think my favorite part about this process has been doing it with other women around the office. Whenever I see them, I feel like we're in some kind of secret fight club.